Okay. Peace, 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 loves. We are live. This is All Things Self Mastery Podcast. I am your host, educator, and mentor, Venus, a goddess. And each Thursday night, which used to be Saturday nights, I come before you and I give an all things mastery lesson centered around emotional intelligence, neurobiology of emotions, neuroscience, neurotransmitters. We teach about all things that is pertaining to you mastering self and mastering your reality. Why are such subjects important? Because until you understand certain fundamental principles, and until you understand certain governing principles, you are not controlling, mastering your reality, your behaviors, your life. So when it comes to us asking the many questions that we do, whether we ask it to ourselves or whether we ask it publicly, why? Why am I not moving forward? Why am I not connecting to my partner? Why am I not making progress? Why do I keep finding myself in the same situations over and over and over again? And so when it comes to us, on our heal, those of us who are on our healing journey, when it comes to the many of us who are actually doing the work, when it comes to a lot of us gaining a deeper understanding as to the inner core whys. For those of you who are new to me, welcome. My name is Venus. I am a best-selling self-published author. I am also a veteran of 5 years, spent 12 months in Afghanistan. I love teaching. I've been doing this work for the better part of 17 plus years. So when it comes to this thing called self-mastery, baby, this is where you want to be and this is who you want to learn from. So I got you in those areas. So welcome in. Tap the screen, share the live, let the algorithm do what it do. It's called give and receive. Give and receive. This is a universal principle. So back to what I was saying. When it comes to us figuring out the deeper reasons why, a lot of us are teaching exoteric from an exoteric sense or context, right? We're trying to figure out the why from an exoteric standpoint instead of a esoteric standpoint inner. So when it comes to doing the work, when it comes to you sitting down, when it comes to you isolating yourself, when it comes to you learning what you need to learn, there is a subject in which we are discussing this evening: sacred exchange. This particular subject, when it comes to sex, when it comes to this topic, a lot of us are not aware that a lot of our turmoil, a lot of our heartaches, a lot of our inner reasons as to why we are not creating the reality that we deserve, why we are not changing, why our behaviors are not changing. A lot of what I'm going to teach you is going to reveal to you a lot of these questions that you have. It is going to give you a deeper insight, right? So when I tell you that one of the main reasons why we are not is because a lot of us still have those cords attached to us. And if you do not believe me currently, if you stick around, you will have opened your mind to receiving the perspective. So as you come in, know that I am streaming on YT. I am streaming on Facebook. I said it out loud. I was supposed to say the acronym. I am streaming on FB. So, and I'm also streaming on TikTok. So let's get into the lesson. So who is this lesson for? You might ask, is this lesson for me? How can I benefit? Right. And so in all my teachings, peace, loves, welcome in. Thank you so much, J Hell. How are you? E9 Ether Goddess. How are you, love? So who is this masterclass for? Right. I would say it's for a lot of people. It's for a whole lot of people, men and women. Whether you are single, whether you by choice or not, whether you are married, whether you are in a partnership, whether you are in a relationship, a situationship, it matters. Whether you are celibate or actually active, This pertains to you, my love. This information pertains to you. Unbothered King, how are you, my love? So, who is this evening's class for? And by the way, please don't be shy. Listen, I love when you communicate with me. This is not a dictatorship. This is a dialogue between you and I. And so, if you have a question or perspective, please feel free to comment and exchange with me. This is how it works. Let's exchange positive energies and share this live out to as many people as possible, right? So if you are a man or woman and you find yourself needing a deeper understanding as to why you keep repeating unhealthy behavior patterns, right? Whether you admit it to yourself or not, one of the things I always say that I want you to get it in your spirit, get it in your soul, get it in your mind, is that it does not matter what you know or what you don't know. It does not matter as much when as referring to what you accept or what you don't accept or what you reject, because the universal principles and laws that govern our very existence says that you are going to reap the consequences or rewards for every decision, known and unknown to you, whether you are aware of it or not. And so, when it comes to this thing called self mastery, it is imperative. And the things that I'm going to be discussing and sharing with you regarding exchange, because listen, let's face it, let's just be honest. There are a lot of us still actually active with our significant others, husbands, wives, partners, strays, right? And we're wondering why we're not moving forward. We're wondering why we're not progressing. We're wondering why we keep having cognitive dissonance. We're wondering why our life is playing ping pong with us. We're wondering why our emotions are playing ping pong with us. 1 minute we up, 1 minute we down, 1 minute we got it, 1 minute we don't, 1 minute we in, 1 minute we out. And even though the law of rhythm suggests that everything swings as a pendulum from one side to the other, there is a such thing as a natural swinging, a natural balance. And whenever your life is playing ping pong with you, that's unnatural. And what's going to happen inevitably is that you're going to continually self-destruct. I don't say that to put you in fear. I say that because it is an infinite, indisputable fact. As living organisms, if you are not expanding, accelerating, evolving, growing, you are self-destructing. Your mind starts to break down, your body starts to break down, right? You experience a lot of unclarity. So if you are a man or woman who want to really learn the work, right? There's a difference in sitting down. There's a difference in isolating yourself, right? Then you sitting down and isolating yourself and actually doing the work. Not only that, you actually have the necessary required tools and information that you need. Kimmy Peace, how are you, my love? Right? So if you're one who desires romance, right? And I always encourage us to be transparently honest with ourselves. There's a lot of us who are lying to ourselves, still saying we want to be single. We choose to be single. That may be accurate and transparently true for some, but for many it is not. A lot of us do desire companionship from a significant other, right? A lot of us do desire partnership. A lot of us do desire intimacy. A lot of us do desire marriage. A lot of us do desire to have a partner in this lifetime, not the next one, this lifetime. And a lot of us are just simply fearful, we're scared, we're broken, we're bruised, we're fed up, we're overwhelmed, right? There's a lot of mistrust going on. Peace, Riz. How are you, my love? Right. And so I think all of the traumas that we experience, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, infinite gratitude, love, right? A lot of those reasons are the very same reasons and why many of us aren't truly choosing to remain single, right? We're choosing to remain single because of all of these different fears. Because a lot of us, let's just face it, are simply just tired. We're broke, we're broken, bruised, overwhelmed, but that's not truly what we want, right? And so instead of just settling to be single when you don't want to be single. Instead of continually lying to yourself that you don't want to share your world and your life with someone, let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be transparently honest with myself. So you do. So this evening, I'm going to be specifically teaching you about sacred sexual exchange. And especially for those who are saying they're celibate, thinking that you are mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and energetically prepared and elevated. I come to tell you that many of you are not. You're just not indirectly, you're unknowingly getting worse. You're unknowingly getting worse. So, last a couple of days ago, I put out a post. Every week on Wednesdays, I put out a post. I post 5 facts, 5 things that you should know. And this evening's masterclass is going to go over those things. So here are the 5 facts in case you missed the post. Things you should know about sex. Number one, emotional connection. The deeper the emotional bond, the more powerful the energy exchange. Hence the title. We're talking about sacred exchange, which many of us, it isn't sacred anymore, right? For us, right? Influencing both partners' emotional state. Let me say that again. These are 5 facts, 5 things you should know about sexual exchange. Number one, emotional connection. The deeper the emotional bond, the more powerful the energetic exchange, influencing both partners' emotional state. Now, keep in mind that a lot of these truths and things that I tell you, they go a lot deeper. However, of course, these master classes are just a tad, they're just a tip. They're tips, they're tools, they're fundamental principles, but it is not the bulk of a lot of things that you should know. So just keep that in mind. There is always more to it. The second thing that you should know about exchange is intentions and mindset. Actual energy can amplify whatever emotion, hence energy in motion, or thoughts that are present, positive or negative, affecting both partners' mental and emotional well-being. And you wonder why some of us running around like we don't have no minds of our own. Infinite gratitude, Riz, for the support, like and alive. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy, right? Continue to tap the screen, share the live, and of course, respond back to me, right? Because this is what it's time to sit down. Let's sit down and let's take a moment. I know we're on social media. I know there's a lot of what do you call what do you call those interruptions? I know there's a lot of temptation. I know you may be wanting to scroll right now, but what I would suggest to you is that you just take a moment and stay here. Learn something, because the information that I'm sharing with you is going to help you. That I can guarantee. Pause for a minute. Pause for a minute. Master your emotion, master your energy, master your frequency. It cannot be all entertainment only. Okay, the foolishness is going to be there, my loves. Choose you. Learn to choose you. Isn't your mental development important? Isn't your spiritual development important? Don't you deserve the things and people, places, and opportunities that you need? Infinite gratitude, Riz. Infinite gratitude. Thank you so much for helping. Right? The third tip that you should know before we get into the depth of what these tips are. The third thing that you should know about X is aura and energy. Aura and energy fields. During SEX, personal energy fields, your auras, they merge, not just for that moment, but for years to come. Years to come. Can those cords be broken? Yes. Am I speaking about soul ties? In a sense, but it goes deeper than a soul tie. It goes deeper than what you currently know that soul tie is, right? And so this self-mastery lesson is about going deeper. I don't swim in the shallow end, baby. We're deep divers over here. So if you're a deep diver, if you're ready to get on this journey to mastering self, if you're ready to learn the inner reasons why you are not the things that you desire isn't coming to fruition, this is where you want to be for a moment, okay? The fourth thing is physical and emotional health. The state of each partner's, listen to this, physical and emotional health. The state of each partner's physical and emotional health can significantly affect the quality of the energy being transferred, impacting the vitality of the individual. So a lot of you think that you have poor health because you're eating foods that are not beneficial to you. That's not completely true and accurate. A lot of you think that you are mentally unhealthy because of the things you're listening to. That's a part of it. Because of the people who you are engaged with, that's a part of it. However, what I'm going to teach you is that you still are and have so many connected sexual cords that is still affecting your every being till this day, right? The fifth fact that I posted, and if you didn't have an opportunity after this live is done, make sure you revisit it and take time and pause to actually read it, absorb it, because it's affecting you. The fifth thing is, and this is one of the most profound lessons, ancestral karma. Sexual energy can also carry ancestral karma, potentially transferring unresolved emotional patterns or energies from past generations, influencing both partners spiritually and emotionally. So, if many of you think the only thing that you have to worry about, that you have to be concerned about, is an STD, when you are out here exchanging your sexual energy with someone, you are sadly mistaken. Not only can fluids be transferred and is being transferred, not only is energetic energy being transferred, you have to understand what energies are being transferred. Whenever, peace goddess, how are you, my love? Whenever you are actually engaged with anyone in the past, you are also taking on, embodying, unknowingly accepting not only their karma, their emotions, their emotional state, you are also agreeing to accept their ancestral bondages, karmas, right? Trauma bonding, yes. So a lot of us, when we're talking about trauma bonding, you have to deal with trauma bonds. How are you going to deal with something that you're unaware of? Right? Soul contracts. Yes, Riz. Can you undo transfer energy cords? You absolutely can. And most of us still have those cords attached because you do not understand the ritualistic practices that required, which are the only things that can cut those cords. It don't matter how many times you hum, it don't matter how many times you ring the bell, you ring the bell, you ring the bell, you ring the bell. It don't matter how many times you speak affirmations. It don't matter how many times you ignore him or hims and her or hers. It does not matter. The cord is still there, baby. This is why you need to understand the deeper psychological, energetic information that you need. Because when it comes to a lot of us not bringing to fruition things, people, places, opportunities that we desire, this is one of the main factors. A lot of y'all think that you're dealing with your own emotional traumas and turmoil. No, you're dealing with Johnny's emotional traumas and his ancestral traumas and their karmic traumas. You're dealing with Susie, Joe, Ben, Harry, Larry, Curly, Jonathan, Dwayne, Sarah, Tiffany, Shaquanda, Shanice. All of them still are in you. All of their ancestral karma is still in you. You're still connected to that cord. And it doesn't matter how many affirmations you talk, baby. It doesn't matter how many times you meditate. There are certain principles and practices that you need to carry out certain things. So when it comes to understanding sacred exchange, it was sacred for a reason. It was guarded for a reason. It wasn't haphazardly exchanged for a reason. So for all my beautiful sisters and brothers out there that is, oh, we just smashing. It's just a situationship. I just need it. It's just in my nature. It's a part of my nature. After all, I'm just a man. After all, I'm just a woman. I have physical needs. Baby, do you understand what you're doing to yourself? Do you understand what you're doing not only to yourself, but your children? Do you not think that they're also not going to be affected? So not only do they have to bear the burden of your shit, they got to bear the burden of everybody you done slept with shit because you still are connected to them because you haven't cut the cords. Just because you're not dealing with them no more, just because you're not with them no more, just because you have cut them out of your life seemingly, just because you don't pay attention to them no more, just because you have them blocked, don't mean they're blocked. I need us to understand this. I need us to understand this because if you are a pure soul, if you are a genuine person, you don't like seeing people hurt unnecessarily. Why would you continually jump through hoops that you don't have to? Why would you continually jump in flames and burn if you don't have to? Why would you keep repeating the same cycles over and over and over and over again if you don't have to? That's like a grown person in the ninth, that's like a 40-year-old, no disrespect, in the ninth grade, year after year after year after year, baby. Isn't it time to graduate? Isn't it time for you to elevate? Nor do they understand the principalities that govern those inclinations. Ashe. Ashe. People forget the exchange of DNA comes with all genetic. Yes. Ashe. I know you understand, Riz. Yes, there are certain things I teach, but there are certain things I will never teach online. Okay? I know better. I know better. I absolutely know better. Right? Thank you for being a complete transparently honest, Chief. I wanted to do better. I needed to do better. I needed to know why I kept attracting men. I needed to know why I myself years ago had sexual addictions. I needed to know why I kept needing it, or so I thought I needed to know why I kept experiencing the things that I was experiencing. I needed to know. I chose myself. I didn't want to be there no more. I was tired of getting left back in life. I was tired of going in circles. I was tired and overwhelmed and broken and hurt to the capacities where I couldn't even spell hurt. It was too much. I made the decision to do something about it. Because me just isolating myself wasn't working. Me just being celibate wasn't working. Me abstaining wasn't working. Me speaking affirmations wasn't working. Me praying about it wasn't working. Me giving it to God wasn't working. Me calling on my ancestors wasn't working. It's not all. There's more required. Why do you think we keep finding ourselves in the same predicaments, attached to the same people, experiencing the same turmoil? Infinite gratitude for the gifts, much appreciation. Why do you think it has to be so much more than just, oh, it's a trauma? It has to be so much more than you're experiencing emotional bondage. It has to be more than, oh, that's a soul connection, that's a soul tie. It has to be much more than you just feel, oh, that's my twin flame, that's my soul flame, that's just my partner. Why aren't you getting over it? Why do you keep experiencing things? This is why we perish for the lack of knowledge. And don't get me misunderstood. I understand. I understand why many of us are here because we were programmed to be here. We were programmed to not know who we are and stay confused. We were programmed not to want to learn about ancestral karma. We were programmed to not know about metaphysical principles and laws that govern us. We were programmed to remain slaves. We were programmed to remain on the belt. We were programmed to be and live and thrive in dysfunction. We were programmed to war against each other. We were programmed to think that we're supposed to suffer. So I get it. But what's your excuse now, my loves? What's your excuse now? What's your justification now? What's your rhyme or reason now? And whatever it is, what's the results looking like? What the results looking like, my loves? Sounds like Venus has ability to perform ritual. You must trust the person who does it. Absolutely. Be well. That is absolutely correct. Because energy, there's always an energetic transfer. This is why I also tell you guys, remember and be reminded and be aware of what you're consuming and who you're consuming. Your subconscious never shuts off. You become what you consume. And the more you consume it, the more you become it, because you cannot prohibit food going into your subconscious. Everything you see, everything you hear, everything you experience also shapes your reality. So what's the excuse now, my loves? Infinite gratitude for the gift, Morris. What's the excuse now? It's not just one trauma bond, baby. It's ancestral trauma bonds also. It's not just one, right? So this is why I teach how I teach. All things mastery. This is what ATM stands for. All things mastery, because until you understand these fundamental principles, guess what? You're going to continually self-destruct. Why do you think our minds, do you not think your mind is just what? Not breaking down? Do you know anything? Do you know when you're not growing and evolving and feeding your brain, your neurological system shuts down? Your neurotransmitters stop sparking, which means if your neurotransmitters are not sparking, you're not creating new neural pathways to grow, to develop, to evolve. Baby, this is an indisputable fact. This is not my opinion, honey. This is why I'm so adamant about teaching what I teach. Because it's affecting you. It's affecting many of us. And if you claim to I'll give up a lung for mine, I'll give a leg for mine, talking about your children, your spouses, your partners, your loved ones, how, when you do not understand who you are, how do you love anyone you love so much if you're still ignorant to the very same things that is causing you to self-destruct? Focus areas. When you understand the fundamentals of what I'm teaching, you are going to understand the what and the deeper why, not just the surface level shit. Okay? Pay attention to what you're consuming, my loves. If you're not reassessing where you are mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, even energetically, baby, you're going in the opposite direction. If you don't understand the fundamentals of your actual nature, you're going in the wrong direction. If you don't understand that dating, courting, and forging healthy relationships with awareness, wisdom, integrity, and discipline, you're doing things backwards. If you do not understand the dangers in ignorantly sleeping around, exchanging your actual energy, baby, you are self-destructing and you're headed for a catastrophe. And I know a lot of y'all, mental capacity, spiritual capacity, right? Life ain't going to be able to cash the check that you're about to get. Why wait until that happens? Why wait when you can do something about it now? And the very first step in doing that is by being here, just taking a moment away from the bullshit. taking a moment away from your addictions, going through cold turkey. If you got to shake, baby, shake. I know the nonsense is calling you. I know that Sarah, Joe, Jefferson, Tamisha, Takesha, I know they got a messy ass live going on. I know you want to be in somebody live arguing back and forth in stupidity. I understand the addiction, baby. Hold off. Hold off. Yes. Yes, Toya. Got to be more stronger. We are not here just to heal ourselves only. Our healing is bigger than us. Be well, Ashe. Ashe more is infinite gratitude, right? So, one of the main reasons why many are not attracting what and who we desire is because of these unhealthy actual cords that are still connected to us. Please understand. Please, please understand, my loves. It is nothing unrighteous, unwrong, or unhealthy about wanting a new apartment, a new house, a bigger house, to live in a better neighborhood, a bigger environment, to move abroad or to the next state or country. It is nothing unrighteous, unhealthy, or wrong about wanting material possessions. It is nothing unhealthy, wrong, or unrighteous about wanting a new vehicle, right? A reliable vehicle. It is nothing unhealthy, wrong, or unrighteous about wanting a significant partner to share your world and your realm with. Ups, downs, sides, wars, but all of it. It is nothing unhealthy about that. These are all beautiful things to aspire to. These are all beautiful things that you should want, need, and or desire. The opportunities. You should want better opportunities. You should want to elevate. You should want more for yourself. You should expect more for yourself. There's nothing unrighteous about that. However, the deeper question is, why aren't we getting there with all the conversations that we're having, with all the teachers and coaches and gurus talking about, oh, let me show you how to be a divine feminine. Let me show you how to catch the man, how to teach the man, how to captivate the man, how to get the man and use his money. Let me teach you how to get the woman, how to captivate the woman, how to bend him or her over. Let me show you how to do all of these tricks, twists, and all of this shit. Let me show you how to do all the things that's going to keep you moving backwards and self-destructing. And a lot of y'all happy, ignorant asses run to it like a pig in shit. Run into it. Run into it. Because you do not understand why you're running to it. You do not understand the neural addictions. You do not understand the chemical addictions. You do not understand how strong those cords are. You do not understand that the moment you decided to sleep with that man or that woman, the moment you decided to sleep with that woman, the moment you decided to sleep and exchange your actual energy with that man or that woman and all the men and women after that, you connected yourself to not only them, but their ancestral bloodline. So now it's just not you that you got to deal with. Remember, it's always us against us, right? So now you got to deal with you. You got to deal with him. And you got to deal with his mother and his father and their mother and their father and their father and their father and so on. And then you wondering why a lot of us running around here batshit crazy. And we keep blaming other people, places, and things. And we continue running to people who don't understand the fundamentals, teaching you things that are not accurate. How long are you going to keep playing these games with yourself? How many lessons do you have to listen to about how to get the money, how to get the man, how to wear pink, how to cross your legs, how long? Before you wake up and understand, wait a minute, that's not working. Look at the results of your life and your reality. It's nothing. You're supposed to invest in yourself. You're supposed to be gaining new information. You're supposed to be reading. The question is, what are you reading? How are you interpreting it? What's your perception of it? And who are you consuming it from? Who are you consuming it from? Or do you think just because they have a certification, a certified, or a piece of paper stamp? And I'm not against paper stamps. I have a degree. I don't lead by it, but I have a degree. I've been doing this work for 17 plus years. I don't lead by, I tell you, right? But that does not qualify me. However, I am qualified. Are you listening and consuming information from individuals that are qualified? Because if your answer is yes, then your life should look very different than it does right now. And I'm not saying that as a dig, not throwing shots at you, not judging you unrighteously. I'm not doing none of that. I'm giving you the undesirable truth. I am the one who is going to disrupt every dysfunctional pattern if in your life, in your mind, spirit, and soul, if you allow me to. Because what you've been doing ain't working. Who you've been listening to ain't working. It ain't even working for them. I don't give a damn how many bags and purses and shoes they flash in your face, baby. That don't mean that they elevated. Deception can look real good. And as a matter of fact, it does look real good. Liars look real good. Deceivers look real good. If all you have to do is have a bag, a purse, a symbol flash against your face for you to believe, accept, and to abide by someone's misconception and misguided information, it's time to reevaluate who you are, who you think you are. Because I tell you what, you ain't a master of self. Okay? So yeah, I get why people may not like me. It's okay, baby. I'm unbothered. We are all held accountable for everything we do. We're held accountable. And baby, the last thing I'm worried about is the consequences from people. Because these spiritual consequences, they hit real different, my loves. And when you get tired of getting your ass whooped, you will learn an invaluable lesson too. You'll be more mindful of who you allow in your presence. You'll be more mindful who you allow in your universe. You'll be more mindful, men, who you are exchanging your semen with. You'll be more mindful of what you're exchanging. You'll think twice. Talking about it felt good. That shit ain't gonna feel good next week. It ain't gonna feel good next month. And it ain't gonna feel good 7 years later. I can guarantee you that. If you think just because you blocked him or her, baby, you got another thing coming. So yeah, I'm gonna teach you some things. I'm gonna teach you some things. Why more intentional with every single thought and action nowadays? Yes, P. Yes, P. Ashe. Infinite gratitude, Morris. Infinite gratitude. Infinite gratitude. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please continue to tap the screen, share out the live, my loves. We perish for the lack of knowledge. And there is no excuse, justification, rhyme, or reason why you are not retaining the information you need, accurate information. Now, if you don't care about yourself, that's fine. Please go towards the toxic aisle. If you don't truly love and care about your children, your loved ones, whomever they may be, please go in aisle 15, where all they do is lead you to the bridge so you can jump off of it. I shouldn't have said that. I'm probably going to get live. Somebody put F1 in the comments or put something in the comments. I shouldn't have said that out loud. I should have said that out loud. Understanding your what and your why. What is it? What is it that you want? When it comes to SEX, thank you so much, Laddie. Infinite gratitude. When it comes to SEX, when it comes to you making a wise, informative decision, because let me tell you something, actual exchange is beautiful. There's so many benefits. There's so many healing properties in actual exchange. However, you don't get to experience those benefits if your frequency isn't in alignment, right? If both of the frequencies and energies are not in alignment, if both energies, frequencies, man, woman, man, woman, woman, it does not matter. I mean, it do matter, but I'm not going into that right now, right? These are the things you have to understand. How do you think you're going to get to know someone on a deeper level, on a spiritual level, on a soul level, baby, if all you're going after is a crack and a smile, a coke and a smile? All they do is got to smile. Oh my goodness. All they got to do is show biceps, thighs, triceps, hips, and tits. And you all in, baby. You all in, baby. Let me tell you, let me ask you a question. Is the consequences worth it? Actual exchange is beautiful. It's a cosmic energy. It echoes through the universe. You can tap into so many enlightened beings, enlightenment. You can ascend and elevate. Our ancestors also use sacred exchange to enter the quantum realm, to pull the energetic frequencies of what we desired so it can materialize in this realm. I'm talking about the cars, the houses, the food, the whatever you name. They were sharing and exchanging those energies for so much more than pleasure. It wasn't about pleasure, even though they experienced pleasure. So when it comes to you not bringing into fruition things that you want, desire, and or need, baby, you really need to sit down. And not only that, you need to get under a mentorship or tutelage so someone can help you, or else you're going to continually not only self-destruct, but every lesson you don't learn now, you're not only going to learn it in the next lifetime, baby, the next time it comes around is going to intensify. Why? Because nothing ever changes, nothing ever stays the same. So ask yourself these questions. What is it that you want when you want to engage in actual activities for yourself, for your life, for your future, for your children's life? What do you desire? What do you deeply want? Why do you need it? Why do you need it so much? Why you feel so strongly? Why do you feel so addicted? Why do you need sex so bad? Why? Ask yourself these questions. They're going to help you. 8 times out of 10, baby, it's not you that has that addiction. It's all the ancestors that's inside of you that haven't broken that addiction, and it's still being manifested through you. That's a whole nother mass class on a deeper level. However, stick with me, follow me. Why do you desire, want, need, or crave sex so bad? Is it because of lack? Because a lot of us need, want, desire sex because of our state of being without or not having enough of something. So we compensate, not knowing the full-blown consequences of getting our quick fix. Okay? Getting our quick fix. Is it because of the addictive behavior, the addictive chemical? Are you addicted to the dopamine? All right, to the adrenaline, to the serotonin. Do you even know what those are? Let me show you something. I'm gonna help you out, honey. Let me go ahead and help you out because we don't do that, right? Is it the addictions? We have to understand this, right? Divine sunshine. Oh yes, baby. I'm listen. When I'm teaching, a lot of times I'm in the flow because I'm in the realm, right? I'm in the realm. So oftentimes I'm not paying attention to the comments. And sincerely, it's not that I'm ignoring, right? I don't know if I have any mods in here, but if I do, please, Please block people like that, right? Let's get back into it. Your need, addictions, or cravings for sex doesn't stem from a psychological need or urge to do something with someone, and you don't care about the cost. Exactly, P. Exactly, P. Listen, go about your business, honey. You dealing with higher frequencies over here. I ain't gonna go back and forth with you. I ain't got nothing to prove to you, my love, and I don't do it. Okay, this is why it's called all things mastery, self mastery, mastering self and mastering your reality. It's a quick fix, baby. It's called block and get your ass on. Okay, about face forward march, as my sergeant used to tell me whenever I got on his nerve. About face forward march private. Yeah, I went about my business. He wasn't trying to hear me. Divine said she used to think it was love. Absolutely. 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 Understanding these things is going to help you, right? Do you crave, want, or need sex because of loneliness, the need for social personal contact, or the absence thereof? Are you trying to replace something? Are you trying to fill a void? What is that void? Because I'll tell you what, a lot of the things that I'm teaching, a lot of these thought-provoking questions the answers lies in your subconscious, which isn't easily accessible, which is why we continue to do the things that we don't no longer wish to do, because we don't understand what I'm teaching you a little bit about this evening with Sacred X Exchange is your dominant mental database, which is housed in your subconscious, not your conscious, right? Your unawake state, not your wake state, is the driving force to your behaviors. It's the deep influences to your behaviors. So this is why this is the reason, some of the reasons why your affirmations ain't working. These are the reasons why your prayers ain't working. These are the reasons why your vision boards isn't working. These are the reasons why you keep taking 10 steps back whenever you take 2 forward. Because we're not understanding these fundamental principles. And until you do, things are not going to remain the same. They're going to get worse. Faye, infinite gratitude for the gift, right? So these deeper questions, of course, it gets deeper. These are just the fundamentals, okay? And if you think you're here by happenstance, by luck, coincidence, baby, everybody I come into contact with is for a divine reason. So if we are in the same space, same zone, same aura, same energy, same field, right? In the same quote unquote time zone, okay? You are purposed to be here. What you do with the information, that's up to you. What you continue to do with the information, that's up to you. Because I'm held accountable for disseminating it, okay? I can sleep sound and peaceful at night. When you're walking in your purpose, when you're doing what you're supposed to do, when you got tired of getting your ass whooped, okay, from not doing what you were supposed to do, ignoring your purpose, your passions, ignoring. Baby, listen. So let me continue. Do you need, desire, crave sex because of insecurities, because of uncertainty or anxiety to soothe about yourself, because your lack of confidence? These reasons are very valid and very prominent. And these are the reasons. Whether you are operating in one or all of these, they apply. Right? And if also, side note, if you think just because you're married, legally, unlegally, whatever it is, piece of paper, no piece of paper, if you think that saves you, it doesn't. If you think because you've been with your partner, and please hear me, I respectfully, sincerely say this. If you think just because you've been with a partner for 2 months, 2 years, 20 years, and these things don't affect you, actual cords, soul cords, ancestral cords, karmas don't affect you, baby, that's inaccurate. Peace, Omega. How are you, love? You're affected every time you exchange your actual energy with whomever, no matter how long you've been with them. If they have not severed the cords, the ancestral karmic cords, baby, y'all both still dealing with them. And so you think y'all just having arguments because y'all just disagree? You think y'all dislike each other because y'all disagree? You think there's some things that's standing in the way in between y'all just because? You think you do this and he does that, or she does this and he does that just because? Right? You think it's just because what? The children, the loved ones? You think it's what? Just because the job, the work, the career, the time? You think what? Baby, listen up. Do you want it because of power? Do you want it because you want to be in a state of authority? Why do you want it? Why do you need it? Why do you need it, baby? Is it because of pressure? Or are you escaping the pain from your reality? Are you? Right? These are the questions you need to ask. Reassessing where you are is incredibly crucial. Where you are mentally, where you are spiritually, where you are emotionally, physically, financially, energetically. If you don't know where you are, how do you expect to get to where you're going? Right? How do you know where you're going? Because you're not understanding things that are involved. It's been 4 years and he's still in the space in my mind. And I've tried to detach, move on, and now. Yes. So I'm glad this information is helping you because I'm giving you the reasons why, baby. There's a difference between someone existing in your mind just because of the hear me, and I'm gonna slow it up. Thank you for bringing that to mind, Dental. There's a difference in someone that you've been with or still with, or in the process of quote unquote seemingly detaching yourself from, occupying space in your mind, right? And it's just because no mental thought database program ever goes away. What happens and what's going to happen is you're either going to, that emotion, that connection, that tie is either going to control you or you control it. So there's a difference in a person or persons occupying your mind space, your mental space, than someone occupying your mental space, your emotions, because the cords are still attached. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Do you sense it? I don't want you to see it. I want you to sense it. Do you sense what I just said? Yes. Have you taken the time to really sit down with yourself and be transparently honest, right? For yourself. Have you asked yourself these questions? Have you asked your partner these questions? Have you not only had the conversations, have you been paying attention? Have you been assessing their energy, their movements? Not just their words. Have you been assessing? You cannot operate from a place of intuition if you're not in tune, baby. So, this whole idea and notion that, oh, everybody's intuitive. You have the ability to be intuitive, but ain't no way in hell you're going to charge your cell phone if you don't first plug it in. Did you hear that? Ain't no way. Intuition, in tune, in tune. Intuition requires you to be in tune, into yourself. It will never lie, baby. Yes, Cash. It will never lie. Never, ever, ever. Never, ever, ever. Although it can be manipulated, but it will never lie, honey. Inferior plexus, which is also known as Y'all do me a favor. I'm not sure why that little puzzle thing keeps coming up, but please do me a favor, tap the screen, share the live, continue communicating with me. This is how it works. See, we all know how it works. Okay, we ain't gonna bitch about it. We just gonna do what it do. Okay. So infinite gratitude. Thank you, thank you, Faye. Infinite gratitude, my love. I appreciate all of you for definitely sharing your positive energy with me, right? So we're going to move on. The fundamentals of your actual desire, right? Also understand this: your inferior plexus, your root chakra, and also credits to Dr. Cosmic, Dr. Tao, right? Our ancestors didn't call them chakras; they called them Shechem Shimraz, which is also your energy centers, your energy portals, your transmuters, right? Chakras. These are known as your centers, your distribution areas throughout your entire body, right? When spinning properly, when operating and flowing properly, each of these energy centers allows the energy to move through the body. However, if it's blocked or stagnant, your well-being, your overall well-being will suffer. It will suffer. Understand that. So one of the reasons why we feel this strong need and desire to always, not always, but constantly have this need to exchange our SE actual energy is because one of the reasons is because we have we have an overactive root center, right? That's one of the reasons. And it's standing you in totality. This is why it's all things self-mastery. For those of you who are just coming in, let's give a little quick break. Let's give a pause for the cause. Welcome in, my loves. My name is Venus Scott. I am a best-selling, self-published author of 3 books, working on 4 currently right now. I am also a veteran of 5 years, 12 months in Afghanistan. I am a mother, a lovey, aka grandma. I've been teaching, educating, and self-mastery for 17 plus years. Okay. So when it comes to this self-mastery thing, when it comes to what I do, baby, I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby. Okay. So welcome in, welcome in. I am here every Thursday. If I do not have anything else to do, and every Thursday, not every Thursday evening, but the Thursday evenings that I do come, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we teach on all things self-mastery and everything under the umbrella, from what is love, what is frequency. We talk about energy, we talk about frequency, we talk about the neurobiology, the neurobiology of emotions. We don't just talk about emotional intelligence, because half of the people y'all listening to don't have a clue what emotional intelligence actually is, my loves. And this is no shade tea, no waves to them. It's just the infinite truth. Okay, so we talk about all of these things. We talk a little bit about science. We talk about all the things that have everything to do with you, mainly because I want to help guide you and assist you in truly manifesting and attracting the people, places, things, opportunities that you desire. And until you learn these indisputable fundamental principles, practices of self mastery, baby, I'm going to be that one that's going to be truthful with you. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Just check the receipts of your reality, my love. Okay? Peace, Riri. How are you, love? So back to understanding fundamentals of actual desire, right? We also have to understand how our energy centers play a huge part in this. Are you asking yourself the truest questions when it comes to why are you so addicted, attracted, that why you feel the need to exchange your actual energy? Because those deeper reasons as to why is going to help you understand why you keep doing the things that you do. Why would you keep piling garbage on garbage? Eventually it's going to stink up the whole house. Why? There's a difference in cleaning and cleaning. Just isolating yourself isn't going to help, my loves, right? Just abstaining from sex isn't going to help, my love. You have to understand these things. And once you exchange your energy, once you sleep with him or her, it's done. You have already not only connected to him, the transfer is already done. Why do you think couples start to look alike after some time? Why do you think couples start to sound alike after some time? Why do you think you can sense him or her and what they're doing, even though they're in another country? Why do you think you're experiencing certain emotional turmoil, headaches, bothers? Why do you even think you experience the joys, the bliss, the serendipities, the energetic vibrations? All of these things, there's a deeper reason as to why. I'm not only speaking of unhealthy, negative perspective, but that's what I'm speaking on, because too many of us are going through it. Too many of us are going through it. But the same applies on the opposite spectrum. For those of you who do not know, I speak with metaphysical principles. I apply different resources of information. I speak in the presence and with the authority of duality and polarity from both the left and right side hemisphere. There is not one without the other. Separating these fundamental principles is like trying to separate from you from your shadow. It isn't possible, my loves. Isn't possible. So I speak from both standpoints. I speak from in the context of as above, so below, esoteric, exoteric, internal, external, inner, outer. Because everything that you're experiencing externally, the reason why you're seeing what you're seeing with your physical eyes, hearing what you're hearing with your ears, sensing what you touch, taste, smell, is first because you're experiencing it internally, because it's already happening around you, because those frequencies are polarized around you. So guess what you're going to keep doing? Drawing those same people, places, and things into your reality, because you're a beacon for all of it. It's just like putting a damn tracker under a car. And these ancestral karmas, these ties, they're going to continually follow you until you remove the tracker. However, first you have to know that you have a tracker on you. Then you have to know how to remove the tracker safely. It's a process. There's processes. Stop thinking that you are a piece of bag of popcorn, whatever it is that you can stick in the microwave and nuke your way into this great existence that you deserve to exist in. It doesn't work that way. It don't matter how much money you obtain, how much fame, fortune, likes, viral moments, attention. It doesn't matter how many bags, clothes, shoes, outfits. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your sex, your gender. It doesn't matter your status. None of that matters, baby. If you got that karmic tracker on you, baby, they're going to continually follow you and wreak havoc in your life. Not only in your life, what do you think you're doing when you're around your children and your spouse, all the people you love? Do you not think that that energy is not being transferred to them? Transfers of energy does not only happen when you transmute actual energy. We're transmuting energy right now. You're being affected by my energy and I'm being affected by yours. And what I'm also teaching you is how to master your energy, because then you can't stop it. As long as you're in this realm, you're going to keep experiencing influences of this realm and all of the matrices in it. Isolation ain't going to help you, baby. Self-awareness is key. Self-love is key. Self-concept. Do you understand these things? Self-actualization. Do you understand these things? Boundaries. Do you understand these things? Do you sense it? Negotiables, non-negotiable standards, core values, code of ethics, governing spiritual systems, wisdom, disciplines, alignment. Do you understand it? Communication. Stop being easily. I ain't going to tell you to stop. Do what you want to do. I encourage you. I encourage you to stop being so easily unjustly manipulated by people that sound like they know what the fuck they're talking about. People who look like they know what they're talking about. A lot of us are easily misguided because you don't know what you don't know half of the things that they're talking about. So how are you going to be able to differentiate a lie from a truth? Distortion from what's actually reality. If you don't have the information that they're misguiding you on, it's just like when somebody tell you men aren't capable of love, with all due respect. How? There is no evidence exoterically that supports that. That's misguided and is untrue. You're learning from people who are unqualified to teach you things. And I say that respectfully because everything you do, everything I do, everything we do affects us in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So meanwhile, in a literal sense, yeah, what they eat might not make you shit, baby, but what they emit is going to alter your reality in some way. Do you not know that there has been countless of studies done that people sitting in a damn square box or outside meditating, 10 of them, all of their intentions are aligned and they affected people who are across the country in a whole nother time zone, in a whole nother matrix. Y'all have to, I encourage y'all to stop listening to foolishness. Everything we do affects us some way, shape, form, or fashion. Everything. So when it comes to me getting in your business, I'm going to get in your business because you are my business, because your business affects my business and our business affects the world's business and the universe business. That's just real. The fuck? Ooh, let me calm down. Shit. I'm going to say something. I may not call you out directly. I may not, but I'm going to speak about it because there are impressionable souls here that I'm responsible for. And let me tell you something. I don't have a warrior spirit for nothing. I embrace both my light and dark side. Okay? I know when it's time to put on the apron and put on a damn helmet. I know when it's time to pull out a cutting knife or a sword. And I don't give a damn who don't understand why I do what I do. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to tell it. I'm going to speak about it. But not only that, I'm going to give you a deeper understanding of the inner reasons why. So you no longer are under the guise or the misconception that you didn't know any better. Because let me tell you something. Outside from you regaining, consuming information, external information, everything you need is encoded in you. Everything, every answer to every question, every power, every authority is already in you. Do the research yourself. I'm not just telling you this so you can shout, even though you should shout, 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 shout. Baby, they lied. They lied to you. Only the weak-minded and weak-willed can be enslaved. Are you weak-minded? Are you weak-willed? Do you not have the authority? Are you not operating in your authority? Just because you're not using it don't mean you don't have it. Why do you think they need you so much? Why do you think they're after you so much? Do you think it's just because we fly, we cute? I mean, we are the originators of everything, right? Do you think they're really jacking your energy and your essence and ciphering your energy just because? Last time I checked your DNA, DEA was superior. Last time I checked, we were still superior beings. Last time I checked, the royal bloodline was passed through her. Last time I checked, we had we had and have still great mothers and great ancestors who are still with us. Last time I checked, we are and will always be superior in many ways. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I say that with my whole spinal cord straight. And I encourage you to remember who you are, especially when it comes down to you exchanging your most invaluable essence, your actual energy, man or woman. Stop being a disgrace to yourself, to your ancestors, to your great mothers, to your people. Stop it. Stop being a disgrace. Stop thinking that you are worthless and invaluable. Stop thinking that you are just your body parts and body members. Stop acting like a damn addicted head, a crackhead. Stop it. Stop acting like you don't have no control or no discipline. And oh, it's so hard. Life is so hard. There's so many there's so many distractions. And oh my God, stop acting weak. Stop being weak. Stop it. Talking about we out here kinging and queening it. We out here God and goddesses in it. Man, sickening. The danger is in ignorantly ignorantly exchanging your actual energy. Ignorance leads to lack of growth in any relationship, especially the relationship with yourself. When one partner chooses to stay ignorant and wants to ignore his or her own partner's thoughts, feelings, emotions, vibrations, at some point, and it will happen, they may not know how to support or encourage not only themselves, but their partners. But you love him or her, right? But you love yourself, right? Be transparently honest. That's going to help you out. Psychologically, infinite gratitude, my love, infinite gratitude. Welcome to All Things Self Mastery, baby. You are now MOS, a master of self. I shade to you. Welcome. Psychologically, until the age of 25, if you know anything about neuroscience, biology, chemistry, right? Your brain, your mind, how it operates, your prefrontal cortex, the area that in control of our cognitive maturity, right? Is developing, still developing, which means that if you are under the avatar age of 25, you are deeply impressionable. So, yes, I get real disrupted. I get real disappointed and disgusted when I see all of these so called divine feminine women, females, leading our little empresses, our children, our babies, the next great mothers, the next empresses, the next leaders, and the daughters of Sibyls, leading them astray. You absolutely right. We need to speak up and speak out and educate. Now, those who don't and won't. I get it. It's okay. There is no such thing as we all at the same time. Ashe? Cognitive dissonance. I know that's going to be a thing. And I know a lot of when you're on your self mastery journey, cognitive dissonance is something that you will experience. You will experience discomfort. Your mind and your body will naturally reject new information because it doesn't, pardon me, it isn't able to differentiate from what's healthy or unhealthy for you and to you. Relearning, re-educating yourself, repositioning yourself, getting into alignment, learning how to master yourself and master your reality requires you to understand that now it's almost like you have to understand that now you're going to be retraining your mind so your body can do something different. It's just like training a puppy, baby. Eventually, that puppy is going to understand when I say no, it's no. When I say go, it's go. And that's just the end of it. I barely remember thinking at that age, we need much guidance at that age. Ashe. But yet we're talking about our babies. We're talking so much. Oh, my goodness, I ain't getting into that. You're absolutely right, though, Toya. Infinite gratitude, my aunt, for the support, right? So we have to understand this. Okay, I'm coming to time. I know this was good, right? So I never make it at like under 60 minutes, but it's okay. Let us get into it. Let us get into it. What you feed gains power, and what you starve loses its power. Division among men and women is much deeper than we currently think. Much deeper than that, or that so many of us care to understand. A lot of it is psychological. To destroy the natural order of things, spiritual war, mental war, food war, gender war, right? They're all calculated wars, and they must exist to keep you deaf, dumb, blind, docile, and enslaved. There are no exceptions. No exceptions. Program and conditioning. You have to understand these. And remembering who you are is required. Understanding the consequences of your unwise decisions when it comes to you exchanging your sexual energy, your actual energy, is imperative and invaluable. Understanding who you are, understanding why you perceive what you perceive and how you perceive it. Understand what perception is. Understand how your reality is created. This is why I teach self-mastery. It's one of the reasons why I teach self-mastery, because a lot of us don't really understand what perception is in regard to what we see, what we hear, what we taste, touch, see, sense, smell, what we experience, your perception. Because a lot of us are still under the guise that you actually see with your two eyes, with your retina, and you don't. You sense. What's happening with your eyes is the reflection and the projection of what's in your subconscious database. It is the materialization, formation, and process of what's internal, which is why a lot of us can't get out of the habits that we're in, because we don't understand this. But this is why we're here. This is why I'm teaching. This is why we teach. Remember, SEX is an exchange of energy. It's an exchange of information, i.e., DNA, DEA, which holds all the information about that person and that person's person and all the persons that that person is attached to spiritually, cosmically, on a quantum level, including traumas, mental problems, and everything about that person with that person. It's not just emotional traumas that come with it. It's not just seminal fluid transmutation, transference. Everyone you've ever kissed or had sex with, you have exchanged information with. You have exchanged cords with. This is affecting you, many of us, still today. Still today. You don't got no damn demons attached to you, baby. They're spiritual cords, and a lot of them never liked themselves, never knew themselves, constantly was self-destructing. So guess what? You're going to constantly keep doing self-destructing because you're still attached to that cord. You're still attached to the cords, right? Jazzy Jazz, peace, love. I like the way you wrote your name out. These are things that I'm going to be teaching in the upcoming months when I reopen my ROA Virtual University Rise of a Goddess, or if I have um, private master classes. There are certain principles and practices that I will never teach while I'm in these frequencies and time zones attached to these social medias. Okay. However, if you're interested in wanting to learn more, you are more than welcome to inbox me, DM me, send me a message. I offer one-on-one mentorship, guidance. If you're interested, that's that. If for those of you who are interested, you can get in touch with me then. I will never read you no damn tarot card or tell you certain information. Why? Because if there's something that's specifically for you, it is not for me to taint it. Y'all have to understand how transfer of energies, messages, anything surrounding it works. Okay. Peace, bro. How are you, Monumental? So you're more than welcome to do that. Actual energy exchange affects you in more ways than you think. You're downloading all of that person's information into your own database. All of these unclean, unrighteous cords, entities, souls that will feed off of you, that will consume you and is consuming you. And unknowingly, you're staying with this person because you're so attached to the attachment of them. That's my husband. That's my wife. That's my long-term girlfriend. That's my long-term boyfriend. It goes so much deeper than that. Do you not love and care about yourself? Some of these people, some of these very same people you attach to are not attached to you because of divine love. You understand? They are attached to you because of these karmic cause and experiences that must live out its existence. It must play out. It must materialize. Remember, nothing stays stagnant or still. Everything moves. Everything moves constantly. Learn how to, in a healthy way and effectively, cut cords, which I will never teach here. Learn what these things are because they are affecting you. Actual exchange is perhaps one of the most crucial things you need to understand while you're in existence in this earth, on this plane. Because you don't have to. It is healthy to want to exchange actual energy. However, until you understand more about it, you should really stop. And you should seek guidance. Because if you could have done it on your own, you would have. If you could have done it on your own, you would have. They aren't attached to us. Are you speaking about when I said some of the soul spirits, people that are attached to you, are not attached to you because of beneficial, healthy reasons? Some of them are attached to you because of the karmic ties. And those karmic debts need to be paid. And a lot of you are inadvertently, unknowingly, the vessels that they are you. Ooh, all right. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going into that. If you caught what I said, I hope you caught it. I hope you caught it. Those that's something that I am not at liberty to speak on these waves, on these airwaves. Okay. However, if you heard what I just said, you understand that it goes a lot deeper. Okay. I know when to back off. Okay. Okay. So listen, this has been incredibly awesome, right? For those of you who do not know, a lot of things that I speak about, I mentioned earlier that I am a best-selling self-published author. The last book that I published is Attracting What and Who You Desire. If you are interested in learning more, if you care about elevation, baby, you need the information. That requires you to read. And so it is a well-informed and well-informed written book. If you're interested, click the link in my bio. You are more than welcome to invest in yourself, right? You are more than welcome. If you're interested in working with me on an intimate, personal level, you're more than welcome. I'm open to it, and I will see if I can best serve you. Because some people, baby, I do turn away. Okay? A dollar is not important to me. Not important to me. And for those of you who truly know who I am, baby, I'm not after your dollar. This is for those of you who are new to me. I'm not after your dollar, honey. Okay. However, I will require you to invest in yourself. I understand energy transfer. I understand energy transfer. And as long as I'm operating fairly, righteously, and justly, oh, yeah, that's a requirement. And that's what I teach. So I'm about that life. I'm about that ATM life because I teach about that ATM life. Okay. In real life. Hey, in real life. So if you have enjoyed, I hope that you decided to give me a support by following the page, All Things Self Mastery. I am typically here Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we talk all things self-mastery, all things under the umbrella, under that umbrella, whether it is relationships, love, romance, isolation, whether it is growth, whether it is dealing with emotions, whether it's dealing with sex, what it don't matter. Everything falls under the umbrella of mastery, right? And I know that there's a lot of individuals talking about mastery, baby, but there are very few of us who really are qualified to teach in self mastery. And I am honored, and I do not take it lightly, that I am amongst those few. So infinite gratitude for all of you who have shared your energy with me. My YT family, infinite gratitude. Thank you so much for being here. My FB family, thank you so much for being here, sharing your positive energy. It is always my hope to inspire, encourage, and transfer divine energy, enabling you to awaken your mind, body, soul, tap into your divine feminine or divine masculine power. And I don't mean wearing a skirt or dress crossing your legs or speaking softly or speaking with a thick voice. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about esoteric and exoteric things, higher things, deeper things. Why? Mainly, we are in the time zone, in the space zone, in the frequency. Everything is accelerating. Everything is accelerating. Everything is accelerating. Every energy and vibration that you operate on, every frequency that you are currently operating on is accelerating at an exponential rate because of the sign, because of the energy and the frequency that the realm is in, that the universe is in. Everything is accelerating, which means everything is moving up, speeding up. So I encourage you, choose you. Understand that it is a purpose for you to do it by yourself. No tree stands alone in the forest. Just because just because you see a tree here, a tree there, does not mean that their roots are not connected. Everything is interconnected. Everything. The delusion is that it appears to be separated. and separation leads to destruction. So for those of you who know me, y'all know I never say bye. Y'all know we don't do byes over here, baby. We do until next time. So until next time, make sure you are supporting the channel. What you give, you will receive. What you give, you will receive. Pay attention to the energy that you are exchanging, especially regarding SEX transfer of energies. Okay. Until next time, I love you all. Infinite gratitude. Yes. Until next time, butterfly. I love that. I love that. Until next time, I will see you all very soon. By the way, you can get to all of my channels. I'm also streaming on Odify, 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 right? At All Things Self Mastery. It is the name to all of my platforms. All Things Self Mastery. Not podcast, but All Things Self Mastery. All Things Self Mastery. You can hopscotch right on over if you click the link in my bio. Love you infinitely. Love you infinitely. Ashe.